Now, the bedroom's a little small, but it'll do. And here we have your basic California kitchen right off the living room.
Oh, Dylan, this is so cool.
Gracias.
Oh, well, I see your roommate's a big Michael Jordan fan.
Yeah, he must be a major sports freak. He's even got the equipment, too.
Oh, he does work out.
Yeah, he's probably some big, huge gorilla gonna make me look like a swizzle stick.
I doubt that.
Well, just the same, I better keep him away from you.
You don't have to worry about that, Dylan.
I'm relieved.
Oh, come on. You've never been jealous a day in your life.
Don't bet.
When?
Well, I'll tell you, the first day I saw Roger Clemens' fastball...
Oh, brother.
Come here, check this out. The pièce de résistance. Ta-da!
Oh, wow. Dylan, a hot tub.
Yeah.
Your roommate really has some style.
Well, what do you say we take a little quickie before he gets home?
I don't have a bathing suit.
Well, you know, there's no law that says you have to wear a bathing suit in a hot tub, you know?
Oh, is that right, Studley?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I think?
What?
I think you and this Michael are gonna get along just great. I gotta go.
Oh. Jess, I thought you were gonna stay and meet my roommate.
Oh, I can't, but I'll meet him later, I promise.
Well, we haven't even had a chance to talk yet. How have things gone with your mother? Did you see her again?
Yeah, I did.
And how did it go?
Another crushing defeat.
Ouch. For who?
Both of us, me and my mother. It's impossible. We're like oil and water. We just don't mix.
Maggie?
Well, howdy there, stranger.
Well, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, you know, same as always.
Uh-huh. Oh, you look good.
Well, thanks. You look great.
Well, I have to work at it, though. For you, it comes naturally.
You could always charm the rattles off a snake, Eric Forrester.
Well, I work at that, too. You comfortable out here?
Are you kidding me? I feel like the queen bee. Do you know I woke up this morning and there was a tray outside my door with a pot of coffee and a bowl of berries and cream?
Well, Maria likes to pamper the guests.
Amazing.
It's just the trappings. And you come right down to it, Maggie, we're all in the same family.
Well, I used to be. Not anymore, though, am I? Okay, what's this all about?
Would you like a cup of tea?
Tea? Come on, James. You didn't invite me over here for tea. Now, what's going on?
First of all, let's not be enemies.
Okay, so you want to smooth things over, right?
Oh, things got a little testy this morning.
You weren't exactly being honest with me.
Yes, I was.
You were promoting Taylor's cause. That's why you came to see me.
That is not true.
Look, you're her friend, and I don't blame you for being loyal. But please, don't pretend to be my friend, too, okay?
Brooke, this has nothing to do with friendship. Actually, no. This has everything to do with friendship. And respect. And goodwill.
Between you and me?
Between you and me and Taylor.
Taylor?
You need to respect Taylor as she does you. Now, I have done something. I want to tell you about it, and I want you to trust me. Just this once, trust me.
Trust you? What have you done, James? Who's that? Who is at the door? Who is at the door, James?
Brooke, it's Taylor. Now, let me explain.
You invited Taylor here? What are you two up to?
We're not up to anything.
Right. I don't want to have any part in this.
Oh, please stay.
I am not going to let you and Taylor badger me like
We
this.
are not going to badger you. No. Just relax and stay right there.
Well, what took you so long? You must have been in the shower. Oh, well, obviously not. You must have been... Brooke? What is she doing here?
So things got pretty ugly again, huh?
The issue here, Dylan, is that she doesn't respect me. She treats me like a child, and she tries to control me all the time. And I'm not going to let her do it.
So how did you leave it?
I left like I did last time.
Oh, Jesse. I really feel for you. I wish there was something I could do.
Well, there is.
Yeah, you want me to talk to her?
No, I don't want you ever to meet her.
Why not?
This is going to sound terrible, but she kind of embarrasses me.
So how can I help?
I invited me over here for dinner once in a while. Maybe an occasional dip in the hot tub.
That is a standing invitation. Unless
What?
Unless this Michael fellow turns out to be such a stud, I don't want him anywhere near you.
Oh, well, then I want to come here all the time.
Oh, you tease. Would you get out of here?
Like you.
Well, like you, too. Okay, Michael. Come and show me your ugly face.
You're still part of this family, Maggie.
Even though I'm officially divorced from your brother?
Well, we've all had our marital problems.
You and Stephanie seem closer than ever.
Maybe you and John will come to that point.
No, I don't think so.
What happened, Maggie?
Nothing that earth-shaking. I think that was probably part of the problem. The earth never shook for us. We didn't yell or scream through the house or anything. We hardly bothered talking much.
Well, you raised two great kids.
One, anyway. Have my doubts about the other one these days.
No, come on. Jessica's a terrific young lady.
Who doesn't seem to have much respect for her mother.
Well, I've seen that side of it, too. Last summer. But then again, she was hurting. I think the divorce affected her a lot more than she was willing to admit to herself. I think that's still a problem.
I don't know, maybe. But I look at her today and I think, where have I been? Who is this child?
She's not a child anymore.
Oh, Eric, you know how it is with your kids. Well, maybe you don't.
You have to let go sometime.
I wonder if I let go too soon.
What do you mean?
Well, I sent her away when John and I were at our worst. I wanted to spare her all that. But maybe I should have kept her in Davenport. Life isn't always sweet and smooth, and kids have to learn that too.
I think Jessica's learned that lesson.
Well, I'm not so sure about that, Eric. I mean, how the heck is a girl supposed to learn anything about life when she's living here in this palace? It's too easy. It isn't real. It scares me, Eric. I'm staying here in your guest house, and it's nicer than my home. After a whole year here, how is Jessica supposed to come home with me and appreciate what I've got to give her? You tell me that.
Well, James, obviously you have company, so I'll come back later.
No, please, come in.
Why?
I'll explain everything to you. Please, come in.
Hello, Brooke. You amaze me, Taylor. Why? James, what is going on here? Oh, as if you didn't know, right?
She doesn't know anything. Brooke, this was my idea. I didn't say anything about this to Taylor.
Well, maybe you better say something now.
I wanted to get you both here so we could discuss this problem.
You invited me here knowing she would be here?
You wouldn't have come here otherwise.
That's a good assumption. I'll see you both later. Yes, I'm leaving too.
Well, you just wait, both of you, and listen to me. You're both my best friends. I refuse to let you leave this room until we address this situation.
We can address it in the courtroom. I agree.
Well, I don't agree. If this goes into a courtroom, it'll be a bloodbath. And what about the scandal in the media circus? How do you think your children will react to that? And how many months have you been telling me you want to get your life back in order? How do you expect to do that when you wake up every morning there'll be newspapermen and cameramen camped outside in your hallway? How do you think your clients and your patients are going to react to that? Don't you both see the insanity of battling this out in a courtroom in front of a judge? Don't you think we can work this out right here in this room between the three of us if you give it a chance? If you give it a chance.
Look, Maggie, we live a different lifestyle out here. I'm well aware of that, but it's no better or worse than yours. And in spite of what you believe, it is real. We experience the same heartache and joy that everybody else does.
Well, that may be true. But just as you wouldn't last very long in Davenport, Iowa, neither would my kids or me last very long out here.
No, now, come on now. Jessica's done very well.
Under your roof. But I know she wouldn't last very long out there. Eric, I don't want to fight with you about this. And I'm a little tired now, so I think I should get some rest.
So what are you going to do?
What do you mean?
I mean, now that you're divorced.
Well, I don't know. You have any wise words of wisdom for me?
Well, keep busy.
Yeah. Keep busy, that's a good one. Gets pretty lonely out there, doesn't it? Especially at night. Of course, I've been feeling that way for a lot of years now. You know, it's amazing how lonely you can feel even when you're living with someone. Your brother's a good man, Eric. He's worked hard all his life. His biggest mistake was running into me, and mine was running into him. It's funny how life is. We met at a high school dance. The next year, I was having a baby and playing housewife. Sometimes I think about what it would have been like if I had had just a few more years after high school. But I lost all that. I grew up too fast. And now that I'm free, it's too late to get it back. Listen to me. Carrying on like this, I'm gonna be fine. But, I really am a little tired now, so I think I should get some rest.
Maggie, just so you know, you stay as long as you need to.
Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate that. But I think we're gonna be leaving pretty soon. There's a future out there for me somewhere that sure as hell isn't in this town. Same goes for my daughter.
Hi.
Hi.
The manager told me you were up here.
Oh, you must be Mike's girlfriend.
No, I'm Mike.
Yeah. What did you say?
Michael Lai.
Glad to meet you.
Dylan Shaw, right?
Right. Look, there's been a mistake here.
There has.
Well, I just assumed that since your name was Michael, you were a man.
Oh. You have problems living with a woman?
No. It's just that, to be honest, I've never lived with a woman. Have you ever lived with a man?
No. You're my first roommate, male or female.
Oh, well, then I'm kind of surprised you wouldn't actually prefer living with a woman.
Actually, I prefer a man.
Really? Why's that?
Well, Women take up too much time, you know, too much energy. I'm busy. I don't have time for that.
Wow.
What?
Well, that's a pretty risky thing to say these days.
I'm a female chauvinist pig.
You know, I'm kind of curious. What do you mean when you say women take too much energy?
Well, women are communicators, and men aren't.
Oh, and you're not planning on communicating with your roommate?
It's an option, but it's not a priority. You know, too much is made out of communication.
I see.
But you don't agree.
Oh, careful now. We might start communicating.
A sense of humor. That works.
What, laughing rates higher than communicating?
Always.
All right. Anything else I should know?
Yeah. The trash chute is in the hallway. The laundry room is in the basement. You'll clean the kitchen. I'll clean the living room. We'll switch up every week. Let me see what else.
Oh, how about visitors of the opposite sex?
Well, your bedroom is your business. No naked women in the kitchen, however.
Oh, well, that sounds reasonable, yeah.
Okay, so do we have an arrangement?
You know, Mike, this might just work. I'll just get the rest of my stuff, okay?
Cool. Oh, by the way, who is she?
Who?
Your friend of the opposite sex.
Oh, well, you'll meet her soon enough.
As long as she has her clothes on.
Yeah, that goes for you too, Mike. Later.
Later.
All right, James. Why don't you tell me how we can work this out?
We have to make some assumptions.
Like what?
First of all, that we're all reasonable people. There are things we agree on and things we disagree about.
That goes without saying.
No, Brooke. Nothing goes without saying when it comes to conflict resolution. And you know about that.
Well, that's fine. I would like to see if there's something we can agree on.
I can think of something.
What?
The children. Bridget and Eric Jr. Their interests must be protected.
Yes, of course I agree about that.
Well, I don't. Their interests are paramount, even more important than ours.
What do you think about that, Taylor?
I totally agree with that.
Well, that's good. We're beginning to make some progress.
All right, fine. Then, that being the case, the best thing for Eric Jr. and Bridget is the status quo. They should continue to live with Rich and me.
No, I have a problem with that. I disagree.
Then you don't want what's best for the kids.
Brooke, children don't thrive in an environment filled with conflict. Isn't that right, James?
There is no conflict in our home.
Yes, there is, Brooke. Ridge is in conflict, enormous conflict.
Well, if you would back off, that wouldn't be the case.
Whether I back off or not, Ridge knows I'm alive. Things have changed, Brooke. Things have changed in your relationship with Ridge. He'll never be able to be the same husband to you. Your children will see that. They'll know it. And although he'll try until he follows his heart, he's going to be a man who's torn. And you drag this out, and those children will be the ones who end up paying the price.
And if Ridge goes back to you, everything's going to be wonderful. The children will be happy that they no longer live with their father, and I'm sure Ridge will be equally as thrilled.
You are using those children, Brooke. Don't you realize that?
I am not.
Yes, you are. You are using them. You're using those children like they're a meal ticket to get to Ridge.
How dare you say that to me,
Brooke,
Taylor?
listen to me, Taylor.
Ridge is married to you because he thought I was dead. That is the only reason. Because the fact is, when Ridge has had to choose between us before, he chose me. Not once, not twice, but many times, Brooke. Many times. James, I appreciate the effort, but Brooke doesn't want to resolve this. She's too busy struggling to save her so-called marriage.
Oh, and you're not?
I don't have to. Ridge is mine. I know it, you know it, and someday, very soon, Ridge will tell you that.